All right, let's get into it. Today we are tearing apart the dark, poetic, and honestly pretty terrifying lyrics of the industrial metal track Kopfstein. We're going to break down its oppressive world, the twisted relationship at its core, and the haunting story it tells.
So let's just jump right in with the very first line of the song. And right away, the song just hits you. This isn't just some description, it's a full-on sensory assault. Iron, smoke, and night. You immediately get this picture of a cold, industrial, almost menacing world. This isn't about what a person smells like, it's the smell of the whole environment and of the antagonist who is the living embodiment of it.
Okay, so to really get what's going on here, we have to understand the brutal landscape this story is set in, and it all starts with the song's title.
So the key to this whole thing, it's right there in the title. Kopfstein, which means cobblestone, isn't just a name he picked. It's who he is. It's his identity. Hard, cold, totally unfeeling, and literally part of the fabric of this urban nightmare.
And this line just perfectly captures the whole dynamic, right? His very nature, his cold tone, is the ground they're forced to walk on. And that detail is so important. They are barefoot on concrete. I mean, talk about vulnerable. They're exposed and fragile against his harsh, unyielding surface. He is literally the foundation of their pain.
So with that world established, let's look at the people trapped inside it. This is where the psychological horror really starts to creep in.
I mean, look at the contrast here. It could not be more obvious. The words used for the women are all about raw, burning, intense emotion, blind with red glow, pain, and blood. And then you have the narrator. What is he? A shadow, a cold tone, a man of stone. He's the complete and total absence of everything that makes them human. So they're searching for him, screaming his name, desperate for answers. And what did they get? Nothing. Absolute indifference. Not even from him, but from the entire world he represents. Only the wind, just as cold and impersonal as he is paying attention. It really drives home how utterly alone they are in this city he's created.
So, who is this guy? Or, what is he? The lyrics give us this chilling look right inside his head. And let me tell you, it is not the mind of a person. It's something else, entirely.
You see, he doesn't see himself as a person. No, he's the goal, the inevitable endpoint of their search. He's a predator, playing a cold game that he is in complete control of. And that line, in a dream that never cries, that's just terrifying. He's trapped them in a nightmare where they can't even get the release of crying.
He's looking down on them, literally, like he's a god. He's completely detached, and their pain, their fear, to him, it's just beautiful. Their frantic breathing isn't a sign of life. It sounds to him like a glockenton, the tolling of a funeral bell. He's literally making music out of their suffering.
And this is the real kicker. He's messed with their heads so much that they start to question reality itself. Was he ever even a real person? Or was he just some cruel illusion, some force of nature that they made the fatal mistake of thinking was a man?
And this whole cycle of pain just gets hammered home in the chorus. It's not just a refrain, it's this brutal, oppressive chant that spells out his power and their fate.
You hear his name, Kopfstein, over and over, like a hammer. And that line, I feel their heart in my leg. Wow, it's so visceral. He can feel their life force, their actual heartbeat, not with any empathy, but as something beneath his feet, something he's crushing with his own weight.
And then you get this really twisted pairing of words. He's committing this incredibly violent act, treading them down, but he describes them as tender and pure. It's like he's not just destroying them physically, he's taking pleasure in corrupting their innocence while he does it.
He makes it clear he's not just a bad memory. He is their pain, forever. He's not a fleeting moment of suffering, he's their permanent condition. He is the eternal, inescapable tormentor who has infected their dreams and turned them cold.
And this, right here, is his final move in the game. It's his ultimate victory. He completely erases who they are as individuals. They aren't two separate women anymore. Now, they're just one single thing, an entity defined by a shared guilt and an existence completely under his control.
But you know, the song doesn't just stop there, with them being destroyed. Oh no, it gets worse. Their suffering becomes something permanent, something that's literally etched into the world around them.
So now the violence isn't even physical anymore. It's all psychological. Their bodies are gone. There is no body anymore, no return. All that's left are these ghostly echoes, trapped forever at the scene of the crime. They've become a permanent part of the landscape.
And he makes it perfectly clear he's not going anywhere. He says he'll never flee from here again. He's not some killer who moves on to the next town. He's become a monument to his own cruelty, a permanent fixture in this place of torment.
And that brings us to the song's final, and I think most chilling statement of all.
So, in the end, their pain, their longing, that desperate search for an answer that will never, ever come, it's now literally part of the city's foundation. It exists under every single cobblestone. He didn't just win. He made their suffering an inseparable piece of the world itself, an eternal, unseen stain that can never be washed away. Kopfstein.